This is Rodger, and I want you to know that I am poisoned. And I'm going to lose 1 essence at the top of every upkeep phase, unless I get an elixir from the village. How are you guys doing? It is me, Rodger. It is so nice to be here with you. I'm sorry I haven't been on video in a while. Well, I mean, I'm here in video, but you know what I mean. I have been really putting this game together for all of us, working with all the artists, these incredible artists, and love you guys. It's nice to be back here, doing my thing, telling you what's going on, and I am fired up for this game. Playtesting has went awesome. Today, so much got done. That's why I'm delayed with this video. We knocked a lot of these cards out today. So, I just want to chat with you, maybe do some fun stuff here. Show you the board. I had this printed out. This is the Ancient Runes board. Very close to final, guys. Very close to final. But going back to these, let's talk about these Affliction cards. I'm not poisoned. I'm totally fine, actually. These are the little Affliction cards. And, actually, these are supposed to be a little bit bigger. But the way these came out, I really like these like this. There's Arcane Affliction. That's when you're poisoned. And as I said, you lose 1 essence at the top of every upkeep phase. How do you get rid of afflictions? You have to drink an elixir. So there's one for being poisoned. 2nd degree is on the back. And if you have a 2nd degree affliction, you lose the D6 warfare die. Okay? So I'll show you 1st degree tonight. There's poisoned. Oh, Sean Ellis, I love you, man. He's the one, I worked with him. He created these for us. Feared. If your hero is feared, you are going to suffer a -2 to your movement. That's not good. Confusion. You're unable to use any of your special abilities. That's a real kind of nasty one. Bleeding. Real simple. If it's a physical affliction, if you get cut, you're going to lose 1 health at the start of every upkeep phase. So if you're poisoned and you're bleeding, that's not good at all. Blurred sight. That you can only use 1 hand to attack. And my thought when I designed that was, if your vision's blurry, you're going to be holding your weapon like this, trying to focus, and, you can't dual wield. So that's a ranged affliction. Then finally, raging. And if you are raging, you are unable to rally or be rallied. You're totally maddened. So there you go. There is some of the affliction cards. They're done. Each hero will have a set. But hopefully your heroes will not get an affliction, but they probably will. Okay. Something very awesome to show you, and an update already to it. Annika, of course, I worked with her at the Dungeon UI board. Here is the Dungeon UI board. However, this is not the final one. And I'm going to show you the final one. But we have our minion track right there, the raid difficulty. I'm going to show you a new thing to this. Incantation track, teleport track, the Guardian Spawn track, the quest tables, Celebration Day, and look at that, Celebration Day cards got done today, treasure chest cards got done today, secret room cards got done today, and the affliction cards. We are kicking butt over here. So this is what I want to show you. Pertains to the warfare chart here. So, let me show you this. You remember these? Wait, can you see that? Okay, you can see that. I'm in my studio, by the way. This is where I work on the game and, all that kind of stuff. It's actually a music studio, game studio. And the production room's in the adjacent room. You remember these? These are the warfare tokens. And before I start with this, you're going to love this combat system. It is so tweaked and refined. I usually don't glow about things. You're going to love this combat system. I promise you. You remember these, okay? You declare what phase, what weapon you're going to use, but what you didn't know is this. Aha, there's a back to them. And these are the defend side. Attack, defend. So, and I'm trying to, I think we're going to be able, I want to have like tokens like this, some cool chunky tokens for this. So that's something that you did not know before, and I kept hidden until now. So there you go. So this track right here, I work with Annika today, and she did her magic, and I got something to show you here. I had her, I didn't, I mean, I love those things, but I wanted to be in tune with these for us, you know, because it's kind of like, you know, it's not the same art. So, and I have a pic for you on my phone to show you. There's the new one. That's what the new track looks like. How do you like that? Hopefully you can see that pretty good. So I printed this at the print shop yesterday. So we made the change today, but this is the final one. So that looks, I love that. Thank you, Annika. I love you. Not like that kind of love, you know, friend love. Okay. So it'll match these. See? Okay. And what other change? Oh, real small change. Minion population track. I wanted that to look a little more red. You know, like a muted red, so Annika went and changed it to be a more muted red. And so that should be it. So that was the only revision to that. And this thing is done. So, of course, we'll be using this in our new playthrough. What else can I tell you? Let's see. Oh, here. Celebration Day cards. These got done. Remember, this is just in-house printing here. This is not the game company stuff. So, but this stuff looks really, really good, though. And it gives you a very good indication of what the game is going to look like. Just excited for this. Man, it's finally coming together. And just all this art from these artists. It just, this game is just something else to see to come to life. Celebration Day gift cards. They're done. So, you might have saw some of these before. So picture it. Your heroes get out of the dungeon, right? They took afflictions, and maybe a few of them died and been resurrected. They basically went through Helsinki, if you know what I mean. So you get back and the villagers give you a big thank you. Yep, the villagers have gotten together to give the heroes a big thank you. That's not too cool. However, they could be very generous and give your heroes 700 gold. Plus a lot of other stuff I put in there for you. So you're never going to know what the villagers are going to, you know, give you to say thank you. But hopefully it's, you don't want that. Treasure chest cards. Oh, David Shearer, of course. David Shearer did all the backings for us, for the cards. And treasure chest cards. And I'm going to share a few with you. Take a look at that. Oh, and by the way, this camera, this is my old camera. I've got a new one for the playthrough video. So forgive the not the best quality. So I'm going to show you a few treasure chest cards. And I hope you know, I got super creative with these for you. I mean, these things, it's going to be fun to see you draw these cards. I wish I could see your face on a few of these, because they're kind of out there. But here's one I did. Empty chest. You raise the lid of the rickety chest to discover it is devoid of anything of value. Or you could raise the lid and gold. Lifting the lid of the archaic chest, you discover 1,400 gold. How do you like that? And then I'm going to be careful with this one. Now, you know there's all kinds of stuff in the treasure deck. There's a few empty chests like you saw. There's gold. There's a few long-lost artifacts that are very powerful. But there's a lot of bad stuff. That's why I wanted to make something that was truly risk and reward for you. So this is one of the bad ones. Check this out. And Kez made this. Like, I worked with her with these cards, and her art is just absolutely amazing. I mean, it just looks so killer. Kez, thank you. You did an awesome job. So, an Eidolon chest. A chilled mist surrounds the chest as you approach it. The chest begins to metamorphosize into an Eidolon chest, and that's all I'm going to tell you. You have to find out when you play the game what this thing does. It's pretty cool, though. But you are going to fight it. So, there you go. So, there's a few for you, and I upped it. There was 30 treasure chest cards. You're getting 32 now. So, that's done. Secret room cards. This has been David Shearer. Created the backing for it. Very cool. And we went through a few different revisions, but this is totally awesome. So, remember, this is where you have to pick the lock, and we're going to get into lock picking of these. I did something very cool with these, tweaked it. So secret room. What's inside of a secret room? If your hero is successful and picks to lock, they could find. You have found a desolate chamber, and this art here is from Dean Spencer. Thank you, Dean. He has been absolutely awesome with working with the game and everything he's produced. So that is a desolate chamber, meaning you found, of course, an empty chamber. Or you could find a treasure chamber. Again, Dean Spencer, thank you, man. You've discovered a treasure chamber, and you get 1,200 gold in this one. And there's a lot of cool stuff inside of the secret room deck. So that's gives you an idea what what the final content is going to look like. Okay, so there's those cards are done. What else can we say? So we talked about the Dungeon UI board, village board. I'm gonna have the village board printed out on this satin because this is kind of like, see, it's kind of like faded. It looks good, but I want it all to have that nice, sheen to it. And actually, this is the way that I would recommend you to set up Dungeon Crusade, that you have your Dungeon UI board up here, you have your village board here, and your heroes here. And of course, you'd put their weapons and everything right down here. Hopefully I'm not holding this too close. And what else can I show you about this? These are pretty close to final hero cards. I'm going to lift this up a bit. So take a look at that. I'm actually putting a little black border around this, and here is my favorite hero, Enwin Shadowleaf. And you know what I just did? Marcel, I'm sorry, I just let the cat out of the bag. Leave it to me. This was one of the new heroes that we did create here, and I just let the cat out of the bag. Well, I'm not going to edit it out. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There we go. There's the archer hero, Enwin Shadowleaf. And wow, I just can't believe I blurted that out. Oh well. So anyway, this is kind of the look of the final hero cards. In-house we did this, but there's going to be like a nice black border. It's not going to be this shiny. And that, so again, if they take damage, you just slide that down to the appropriate slot and put it in there. Okay, there you go. So yeah, as we're saying, you're gonna. I'm just saying if you play this solo, because I mean I designed this from the ground up for the soloist gamer at heart. Of course, you could play this co-op, no problem. But if you're playing it solo, you're going to put all your, your items, weapons, armor, trinkets, rings down here, affliction cards, and then over here, even though there's a bunch of cardboard minis and this stuff, you're going to have your monster area here, okay? All your decks will be up here of the monsters, and down here will be the monsters in play. And I had this up for a reason, because for the playthrough, because that's what we're getting to, we're going to play all the House of Chance games, okay? But we're not going to take the gold from, like, you know what I mean? We're going to show them, but maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. We're only going to play one, but I'm going to demonstrate all of them. So this is going to be a big playthrough, but remember, you only use one House of Chance game on Celebration Day. You do not use all four of them. There's still people with that misconception that you use all four, and I think by saying that when I started off, you probably thought that. That's not the case. You use one game. But I want to demo all of them. The Adventures of Bravely the Knight, Skulljack, one of my favorites, and we'll play Tower Attack and Heroes vs. Monsters. So 2 on one Celebration Day, and then the other 2 on the other day, on the other Celebration Day. Okay? And so, the dungeon. Thank you, Dean. Me and Dean worked a while perfecting everything for these dungeons. They look so awesome. Again, we printed this out on satin. And look at, the colors are just perfect. This thing looks awesome. I am incredibly happy how this came out. Patrol routes are in, the footprint ones. Joe, you were the one who suggested footprints, I believe. I want to make sure I got that right. Great thing. I already had the patrol routes, but they were lines. We did this to help people out with color blindness. So you'll have on the patrol route die, this is my prototype one, there'll be the footprints of that. So you'll know exactly where it is in case you are suffering from color blindness. I said I'll do whatever I can for you guys of course, to help you out. See the new kind of sculpt piles here. Spawn points are now numbered, so like when a minion or guardian comes in, you roll, you'll know exactly where to go, where they're going to spawn at. There's like the 8, 7, 6s up there, 5s up there. So we made that real easy for you, so your eye is drawn right to where everything is. Perfect. And what was I going to say? Oh, this is something where you can maybe give me your 2 cents if you'd like. I went through many different revisions. You see this little chest right here? As you may know, when you set up the game, there's 10 treasure chest tokens that you are going to, place all over the board. Of course, then you draw from the treasure chest deck. So I went through different revisions, like, well, do I just do like a silhouette, a black and white of that thing there? But then I thought it was real gaudy. It was like really huge. And so then I just said, I took a treasure chest, shrunk it down, and you just go like that. And then a mining site, I'm going to find a mining site around here. Right there. See, like right here, there's one. Right there. You're going to take the mining token and put it on that. So that's something that I thought to do, because I didn't want something real huge on there, you know what I mean? So I think that looks pretty good, and it's real easy to set up, right? You just put the 10 on there. And the first time, of course, you're going to have to be looking for them, but after you play the board, you're going to know right where to put them all. There's like one up there in Northern Quarters. There's one up in War Room East. So, okay, guys, I'm really happy we hung out for a bit. I hope you like everything. The game is really coming together, and this playthrough, we got a lot done today. And we're going to continue working this week and get all this stuff printed out. So again, I really want to thank you guys. You know how I feel about you. I love you guys, and we did it. We're making Dungeon Crusade. And really, in closing, the playtesting is going awesome. The combat system is just perfect. And I'm just really fired up. I'm probably more excited than ever. And I was probably talking on fast forward today. But anyway, I hope you really liked everything. I'll be back, of course, to give you an update on everything of what's going on. And so I hope you guys have a really great evening and a nice week. And we're gonna get this done. And we have the new playthrough to look forward to. Okay, guys, have a good one. Nice hanging out with you. And I do not have an affliction. I'm good. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.